This is so fun. I've never done this. Okay, so I was just gonna start off. Y'all can obviously, if you've seen Abby and Terry, they're gonna be the two other women that are gonna talk on this call, and we'll be short, we'll be brief, just about 30 minutes with you guys. But thank y'all so much for joining. Just really, it's been on my heart to share, and so I reached out to Abby. She's been great about talking with me. So has Terry, and we just decided to do a Voxer call. So I just wanted to share a little bit. And again, I'm really bad about speaking in public, even on Zoom, believe it or not. So apologize in advance. But just wanted to talk a little bit about why I chose to do Juice Plus in my tower garden and introduce kind of, my why behind it. So I think most of y'all know I played college volleyball. I think all of y'all do, yeah. So I played college volleyball for a little bit. Not a little bit, my whole life. And it was never hard to stay disciplined just because I loved the sport. So, naturally, I was in the physique that I liked ish because, I was practicing every day. I was eating right because I needed to in order to play. And those such things. And I had a team of girls that were doing the same thing. So it wasn't hard to find a community to build me up in a healthy lifestyle. So then when I stopped playing volleyball, I definitely lost that discipline. I know, Rodrigo, with you in baseball, you could probably not necessarily understand, you're still playing, but it was definitely harder for me to make better decisions for myself regarding what I was eating, what I was putting in my body, and how I was taking care of myself. So, I went from a life of a lot of discipline to a life of, all right, let's see if I'm going to make good choices today regarding what I'm eating, if I'm being active, again, just how I'm taking care of myself. And it got really hard, but, being in nursing, like going through nursing school and all the prereqs for that, made it a little easier because, you take nutrition, you take all the things where you know what the right thing to do is. It's just a matter, again, of applying it to your life. So through nursing, I was able to still dive deeper in the knowledge of what I needed in order to be healthy, and with Lou and with Cody, just people around me, ways that I could also help them grow in their health style as well. So then fast forward to now, Kate, you understand as well, working in the neurotrauma, we see people all the time that we see falls, accidents, that kind of thing, but we also see a lot of strokes, and just a lot of people that have not taken necessarily the best care of themselves. Maybe it was just money, something, but regardless, poor health choices that end up turning into health conditions later on in life. And so from that point, that was, I had just started my job, and Abby, I'll introduce her in a little bit, but she was a roommate of mine in college for a little bit, and she had been posting about her tower garden and Juice Plus, and I was very interested because I don't eat enough fruits and veggies. I'd like to think I do. I'm staring at my fruit bowl right now, with all the fruit still in it. So, I do eat fruits and veggies. I do eat pretty healthy, but the variety of it, I don't necessarily have. So I was just interested in following what she had to say, and the things she was posting drew me in. And so in July, so almost a year ago, Cody and I decided we were going to get a tower garden for our apartment. And let me tell you, we've learned so much about growing plants, but it has, allowed us to, take fruits and veggies from the tower to table. And I know I've posted about that in the past as well. We have healthier plates at dinner, and it's just it's a fun time. Again, we learned, Cody as well, with how to grow. But it's just fun. The other day I came home from work, I was texting Abby, I came home from work, and Cody had checked the pH and had handled all the things for the tower garden. And I was just so impressed, that's just not something that you come home and get to share about. So it's been fun for us. When we first got it, putting it together, it was a joy. And it grows so fast, y'all. Well, I guess I can't mute mine. It grows so fast. And so it was really cool to just see his excitement and my excitement cutting down our own little lettuce that we had grown to make a taco salad. But yeah, so after we had, cultivated our own fruits and veggies, it was about 2 months later. I was just still, we obviously hadn't grown things right away. It does take a time, but we were just making healthier choices because we were growing it. And I just still wasn't happy with the variety, I guess you'd say, of, the fruits and veggies I was taking in. It was pretty much the same thing every day. Cody and I eat a lot of Brussels sprouts and asparagus, and that's pretty much the grains we take in. And as far as fruit, it's just, the typical same thing. So I just wanted, again, that variety. So I started listening more about the Juice Plus she was taking and the benefits from that. So I just decided to go ahead and do it myself. Signed up to get I have them right here. I got the chewables. So you have like capsules and chewables, but I, love gummies. So tastes like candy. But we got the chewables. We've been taking those. And let me just tell you, when you flood your body, like when I've started to flood my body with all the fruits and veggies, not only do I crave them more, but I just like the benefits that I've had from it have been tremendous. As far as my first hair and nails, let me just say that my nails are not brittle. With me having I get them done all the time, or before quarantine would get them done. But I didn't really have to. They were very strong. My hair grew, my skin cleared out, and my skin's always been an issue. I have very oily skin. So that helped. And then as far as, I took other things I ordered the protein as well. Cody works at the gym with you, Haley, and protein is a big part in our life as far as just it typically takes place of one meal for us, whether it be lunch, dinner, or even breakfast. So I wanted something that I could trust, the products that I knew were going into it, and just knowing that, if my goal was to not have as much inflammation, I could trust that if I drank this protein shake, that I wouldn't feel like crap later, or cruddy later. So, my inflammation has definitely gone down. My immune system has been built by, again, like you eat fruits and veggies and you get the benefits of doing that. But now not only am I eating fruits and veggies, but I'm still getting the benefits from taking these gummies. So that's just a little bit as far as how why I chose to look into Tower Garden and join doing the Tower Garden and the Juice Plus. And it's definitely become a passion of mine. That's why I'm sharing with you guys. So I was going to introduce Abby now. So Abby's going to take the lead from here. They're going to go over a little bit more about what it is, kind of what I listened to and what I fell in love with and why I chose to do it, so that y'all can hear that as well. Abby, she lives in Abilene. She, like I said, was a roommate of mine in college for a little bit, graduated from A&M. She is an entrepreneur and a military wife, and she is fired up about everything I just talked about, and fired up about health and wellness. So Abby, you can go ahead, girl.
Thanks, Kenzie. I appreciate it. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Abby. I'm so excited whether you're watching the recording or you're here live. It's an honor to get to talk to you for just a few minutes and share my story with you. And then I'm going to let Terry take it away. But I want to take you back a little bit to start my story to 2014. I was a freshman in college, beginning my journey. I had grown up as a ballerina with a completely normal childhood. I ate pretty healthy. I exercised. I had no anxiety, no issues. I mean, it was a piece of cake, a cakewalk. And I made a huge move to Texas. What I think were some major allergies that had started coming into my life when it came to antibiotics, environmental toxins, all of the things. And I had this horrible storm of factors, and all of a sudden I could not keep food inside of my body. I would eat a meal and I would immediately go to the bathroom. Couldn't keep food in. To give you a visual of myself, I'm 5'8", and at one point I was 100 pounds. My mom was like, what is going on? Are you starving yourself? No, I literally eat. I can't keep it in. I felt nauseous all of the time. And I was miserable. I was miserable to be around. I hated eating. I hated being with people. I just felt terrible. And around that time when all of those issues started, I started majorly suffering with anxiety and depression. And little did I know what I know now, but I don't know if you guys know this, 95% of our serotonin is held in the lining of our gut. And I was completely clueless to that. And I just was like, where did this come from? I went through about the time that I met Kenzie, I was actually at my worst, I would say my worst point. I had just gotten to A&M. I had transferred schools. I was a sophomore trying to find my way. And I just remember saying to my mom, I was like, I can't keep doing this. I said, I don't want to live anymore. I'm tired of feeling the way that I feel. I'm tired of the thoughts that I'm experiencing, and I'm just done. And so I remember her saying, okay, well, we need to go see somebody. So I went and I saw a doctor, and I really didn't have a relationship with this doctor. And she said to me, you know, she asked me the gamut of questions of, you know, are you depressed? Are you sad? Or, you know, all of those things, and said, here's an anti-anxiety medication and an antidepressant. And so I took that and I walked away. And I remember her looking at me, and she gave me the drug Klonopin. I'm sure you guys know it. And she said, take this in case of emergencies. And I said, okay. So I went back to school, and I remember having a really bad night. And I just remember texting my mom, and I was like, I've got to take this. I need some relief. And so, I felt like $1 million. I described the way that I felt on Klonopin, the way that I feel now on no drugs. You feel completely great, carefree, until about 2:00 the next day, when the medicine wears off and you're like, where's the pill bottle? I need it. How quickly can I get more of this in my body? And so I had been taking it about a week, and I started having horrible side effects. And I was starting to get addicted. I just could, as soon as it wore off, I was like, give me the next pill. And it was getting really, really bad. And so I made a personal decision that was not the route that I wanted to go. I said, I'll do whatever I have to do, but I'm going to find something more natural and something that's not going to mess with my body in this way. And so I went and I saw a homeopathic doctor. I saw a hormone doctor. I went through all of the Zyto scans and the supplements, and thousands of dollars later, I am at this point where I'm like, okay, I'm not really happy with where I am. I've made some progress, but I'm still, you know, struggling with what I'm eating. At this point, I was gluten-free. I wasn't dairy-free yet, but I was still really struggling with my anxiety and depression, and just life. I was sluggish. I couldn't get through the day without a nap. I had to have a nap. I was so tired. And so anyway, at this point, it's 2017. I'm kind of just surviving. I'm getting ready to graduate and get married to my now husband. And my mom went to an event, a salad in a jar party. They're a meal prep event that we host. And someone shared Juice Plus with her there. And I remember my mom coming to me and saying, Abby, I really think that this could help you. And I remember looking at her going, fruits and vegetables. I said, you think that's going to help me and fix what's going on in here? I was a major skeptic. And so she gave me the red and the green, the fruit and the veggie. And she said, just take these and, you know, be on your merry way. So I take them. I'm haphazardly taking them here and there. I graduate, we get married, and my husband actually had to deploy. And so I'm actually living at home with my family in January of 18. And she looks at me in the eyes, and she says to me, she says, Abby, she said, I really believe that this will change your life. She said, please commit to take this for a year. And at the end of the year, if you see nothing different, I'll leave you alone. And so I made a commitment in January of 18 to do it for a year. And if I saw nothing change, then I would walk away. And well, it's 2 years later and I'm still here. So over that year, I had an incredible transformation. And my nausea went away after I ate about the 4-month mark. I was able to have a cookie and not go to the bathroom, which was huge. And then months 9, 10, 11, and 12 were incredible. I started incorporating the omegas in our Shred 10 program, which is 10 guidelines that you follow for 10 days every single month. And y'all, I'm proud to sit before you today and say that my anxiety and depression is no longer a daily struggle. I feel incredible. I exercise 5 days a week. And I'm passionate about sharing fruits and vegetables with people because there are so many that don't realize the value and importance of them. Even if you're getting a lot, the variety is huge. And I had no idea how important it was. And so I made the decision in October of 2018 to partner with the company and unapologetically share my story. And so that has been my journey. It's been incredible. And I'm honored that I get to sit before people and share with them, because I remember being in a place of desperation and hope, and you may not be there, or you may, but I never want someone to look back at me and say, you knew about this and you didn't tell me. And I feel like I have a moral obligation because someone was bold enough to share it with me. And so that is a little bit of my story. I'm going to lead it or take it over to Terry. She is going to share her story with you. She is a mom of 3 boys, a grandma, a health enthusiast. She's been in this industry for 25 years. She is a wealth of knowledge and such a joy. So Terry, take it away.
Okay, thank you. Hi guys, hi Abby, Mackenzie, thank you for asking me. I'm impressed, right off I'm impressed because I'm looking at this room and I'm gonna bet probably all of you are 20-year-olds. You know, so I'm about to speak to you from the wisdom of someone who's in her 60s. So hang in there with me, okay? Okay, nutrition heals. It's not that fruits and vegetables are good for you, it's that they're so good for you they could save your life. And Abby, I really feel that concentrated fruits and vegetables is what you've been taking. It has saved your life. And people have a produce deficiency in this country. We don't have a vitamin deficiency. God knows we don't. We drink our whey protein, we take our isolated vitamins, but we have a food deficiency. And so, you know, I'm not going to bore you a lot with my history. I've been swallowing Juice Plus capsules, which is just concentrated fruits, vegetables, and berries. I've not missed a day in 26 years. And my background is in fitness. I'm the girl that held the microphone and said step touch and ran boot camps. And if any of you, you're all too young. I used to do slide classes. You know, I used to slide. Okay, that was me, you know. You know, when spin first came out, I was doing spin classes and I'd take people on a spin journey. And I was dying on the inside, just like Abby, you know, autoimmune, periodontal health, a mess, gut, IBS. No, it's not IBS. You've got a rare Crohn's disease. Nothing would hang in my stomach for more than 20 minutes. Boom, to the bathroom, excruciating pain. And you got to get 26 years ago, they were just starting with the autoimmune labels. Well, I'm not sure, but there's this thing called fibromyalgia and you probably have it. And by the time I'm 35, I'm a hot mess. You know, I can't be the kind of mom that I want to be, and I certainly couldn't be the kind of wife that I wanted to be. And my life was a nightmare. And 26 years ago, Juice Plus had been out 3 months. And a nurse that knew about me, because I was pretty high profile in Plano, Texas, yeah, oh boy, claim to fame. She kept saying, I have something that I think might help you. And I allowed her to come to visit, and she walked through my front door carrying a twin pack of Juice Plus. You know, kale in a capsule, are you kidding me? This was her answer to, you know, I was needing 5 naps to get through the day. You know, hurt from head to toe, and this woman is saying kale in a capsule. And you know what? There was something compelling about her message, and I said yes. And, you know, like Abby, all of those things that were plaguing me are really history now. Because here I am in my 60s, and I want Abby to share with you how we have a plank challenge going on. So I have enough vibrant, vital health to be holding a 4-minute and 45-second Abby Nowlin plank. And knees up, ladies, knees up. None of this knees on. What kind of a plank is that? My friends are showing their knees are on the mat. No, knees up, ladies. And I have to thank the Eagles, because if it wasn't for song, you know, Life in the Fast Lane, I don't think I'd be able to hang in there. I mean, they're literally motivating me to stay. So 5-minute plank, we've got a challenge going on. So food heals. And so we're a hot mess in this country. We are a hot mess. So my health is improving. I'm getting curious what's going on. And it's inflammation, guys. Here in the Western world, every disease can be reduced down to one word: inflammation. Cancer, heart disease. Why don't you pull up that slide, Abby, and let's show them. So what is Juice Plus? It's fruits, vegetables, and berries in capsules. kale, broccoli, beets, cabbage, spinach, carrots, tomatoes, peaches, pineapples, cranberries, acerola cherries, blueberries, blackberries, elderberries, grapes. It's kind of a pulverized juicing, and this company was able to grow it without herbicides and pesticides, because I am now, I mean, don't even think you're going to put anything in my body that has herbicides and pesticides in it. Okay, completely pesticide free. They did this without losing the nutrition. Boom, every day it's been circulating in my body for 26 years. So go ahead, Abby. And the reason Abby is doing this for me is because Zoom that we're on right now changed all their rules this week. And it's crazy even being able to do social media. But this is the results. Guys, you're 20 years old. I wish I had had this information when I was in my 20s. Everything that we suffer from is a disease of malnutrition. You know, heart disease, 1 in 4. Right now, at least 650,000 Americans will die from heart disease. And I know that the corona thing is the big scare right now, but 650,000 people will die from heart disease. 1 in 2 women, 1 in 3 men will have cancer in their lifetimes, and diabetes, and children with diabetes, and 1 in 5 kids today is obese. We've got some problems going on here. And today we know that kids are more harmed by a poor diet than they are by drug, alcohol, tobacco. And so what we're designed to eat at the cellular level, and I do, you know, I'm being kind of very light with you here. I do a lot of health lectures where I get into the microbiome, and I get into cellular integrity, and I get into telomeres, and I get into connecting the dots. But I'm here to tell you that the only way around this is that we have to get back to how we were created to eat. And the human body craves roots, fruits, greens, beans, seeds, and weeds. The cells in our body are screaming, I'll say it again, roots, fruits, greens, beans, seeds, and weeds, and we eat meat, sweets, pies, fries, cake, shakes, chips, and dips. I've figured it out. That's why we are as sick as we are. And you guys are 20, you probably have parents that probably have heart disease or cancer, or uncles and aunts, and you know, but it's getting younger and younger. And what's the culprit? It's the standard American diet. I'm going to show you something. Can you guys tell what I'm holding right here? Can you see this? It's a donut, right? In the chat line, how old do you think this donut is? I can't tell what people are saying. A week, that's a good guess. Kate and Rodrigo, a week. All right, this donut is 26 years old. And it looks exactly like the day that I bought it. And shall I show you my 26-year-old French fries that I bought it? Oh, here's the wrapper from the Golden Arches. And my friends, that's what's killing us. And it's not, and 26 years from now, it'll look exactly like this. We eat food without nutrition. And that's why we are, and that's why Abby had to go through what she went through, and I had to go through what I went through. And so we've got to get back to eating the way the human physiology, the human structure was designed to eat. Roots, fruits, greens, beans, seeds, weeds. And I'll bet you agree with me, we need help. Go ahead. So it's not that we have a vitamin deficiency. Guys, I read Fit Magazine, I read Muscle Magazine. Those were the periodicals that showed up on in my mailbox. I drank my whey protein. I took every vitamin, you name it. If it was in Muscle Magazine, I consumed it. It did nothing to prevent me from getting sick. And it did nothing to keep me from getting well, because my body wasn't screaming for vitamins. It was screaming for plants, as is yours. Go ahead, my darling. And this is Juice Plus. Every day, this is what's circulating in my body for 26 years. I mean, beets are so important. I just noticed this today, Abby. We put them in both the fruit and the vegetable blend. I mean, beets must be really the bomb. And I know why they're the bomb, but I'm just joking with you here. I mean, look at this has been circulating in my body. And that's why, you know, after 2 months, I started sleeping. After 4 months, my periodontal health started to improve. You know, after 6 months, I finally had enough energy to walk my dog around the block. After a year, I held the microphone and I said, okay, guys, pick it up. Step touch. We are designed, guys, you are designed to stay healthy in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. The human physiology was not meant to break down. I can remember in fitness class, I say, I ache all over. It must be that I turned 40. Oh, well, I turned 40, so it's just expected that I will have this, that, and the other thing. That is not normal. That's become common, but that is not normal. Go ahead, Abby, my darling. And oh, yeah, this is what rounds it out for me. It's called my omegas. Guys, we just decided we're going to bypass the fish. You know, the waters are polluted, fish is polluted, and we decided that we were going to put together an omega. We went straight to the source. What do fish eat? Fish eat algae. So we went to the algae, we put together the broad spectrum omega, and I've got to tell you, along with the fruits, vegetables, and the berries, and I know, Abby, you are all over the omegas in terms of heart health, skin, and eyes, so significant. So we've got a very small product line. You know, my philosophy is when the job is done, the job is done. You don't need 100 supplements, you need food. Go ahead, honey. And then, hey, Abby, why don't you tell them why and what it is that you like? And maybe Mackenzie too, I think you're on the protein. What is it that you love about the protein?
I'll share. For me, it was when I was going through all my health issues. I mean, it didn't hurt my stomach. I was getting protein and I was getting plants, and it tastes. I've never been a big shake person. There's no chalky taste. It is so good. I mean, I make brownies with my chocolate. I make cookie dough with mine. I melt coconut oil and then do some chocolate chips. I mean, the variety is incredible, and I just love knowing. I love the NSF seal on our products, you know, saying that what's on the label is actually in the product. So that to me is huge peace of mind.
It's fabulous. Mackenzie, do you take the complete?
I do. I take both. I have both the vanilla and the chocolate. And then I was also going to tell you about the omegas, something I forgot to mention in my story too. But yes, the protein, the one thing I like on top of what Abby said is it's not super sweet. So Cody, I mean, I've had protein my entire life. I love shakes, but Cody and I would always leave the gym and come make a shake. Now we add more fruits and veggies. We actually blend it, but it's not overbearing. It doesn't have that artificial sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Also with the omegas, that was really the biggest turning point for me to getting those on top of the gummies is because with the, you know, brain health. I mean, I did so much research on the omegas prior to taking them. And it supports your brain function so much. And so being on the neuro floor, it was just, that's something I hope, you know, I know will in the future, it will be beneficial for me. So.
Absolutely. One of the things that I love about the complete is that it turns on what I call the willpower gene. Between the capsules and if you didn't crave sugar, imagine not craving sugar. Imagine not craving those French fries. Imagine if you didn't crave processed food. And so the longer that you're on the Juice Plus, you actually start to crave more plants. So this is like an upward spiral of good health versus spiraling down. Okay, my Abby, you can flip me forward here. So this is Juice Plus. That's our product line, guys. It's not huge, it's not extensive. When the job is done, the job is done. It bridges the gap. Okay, so maybe you don't eat what's on the left-hand side. Maybe you do better than that. But there's not a man, woman, or child. There's not a person who's has a disease process, an athlete. Everybody can still benefit from concentrated plants. I don't care if you're in utero or if you're 90. Plants are the way to go. So, and it's backed by science. It is absolutely backed by science. If you want to move forward with that, Abby. And I know that this is what really speaks to Kenzie. I mean, this girl, your friend, she's smart. I mean, she understands the research better than I do. But we're up to 40 pieces of published research in medical journals that say the powder that's in those capsules, the powder that's in those soft chews, this is what they've been proven to do. You know, the big thing right now is Corona. And, you know, for me, that's just a bleep on the radar, okay? Because the same things that are going to diminish your ability to prevent Corona are the same thing that's going to make you a candidate for cancer and heart disease. It's the integrity of your immune system. And we've got 4 pieces of research that are published that talks about what Juice Plus does to fortify and nurture the immune system. How about a piece of research that we did in Italy? We wanted to see what Juice Plus would do for lung function. So we went to a population of people who are known to have terrible lung health. Oh, I think we've heard about them recently, the Italians. So we picked the Italians and we did research with the Italians with Juice Plus, fruits, vegetables, and berries. And they were all smokers. And we found incredible benefit to their lung function. How about the inflammatory response that we've been talking about? All of these things, because Juice Plus feeds your cells, tissues, organs, and systems, everything benefits. So there's no other product other than Juice Plus that has been proven to do what Juice Plus can do. It is so significant. And then my favorite piece of research is, I don't know if any of you on the line right now have children, but we have a program called Healthy Starts for Children, where, and you can turn the slide, Abby, where children actually get free product if her mom or dad is on Juice Plus. And right now we have well over 1 million families around the world where children are eating Juice Plus for free. So if a mom gets on Juice Plus, we will ship it free to a child. If a dad gets on or a grandparent gets on, and look what's happening to the health of families around the world. Families are getting healthy. Children are missing fewer days of school. Look at that, 56% of the kids that are on Juice Plus are getting off their meds. Wow, I saw that with my kids growing up, and my kids are your age now, but there was a time when 2 out of 3 of my kids was on meds because they had learning issues, dysgraphic, dyslexic, auditory problems. My kids were the Ritalin kids. And after a year on Juice Plus, my kids were able to get off of meds. Wow. Going to the doctor less often. And just like what Mackenzie's experiencing, and Abby, the longer you're on Juice Plus, I called it the willpower gene, you start to crave more fruits and vegetables, and you lose your craving for that 26-year-old donut that you just saw. Okay, Abby, move on, my honey. And I'm going to let you guys, because this is what caught Mackenzie's attention, the ability to grow your own food right on your own patio. So simple, even a blonde can do it. Go ahead, Abby and Mackenzie. What do you want to say about the Tower Garden?
I am obsessed with the tower. I would probably have a black thumb, to be quite frank with you. And it's been an easy, simple thing for me to do and have on my back. I just had my tower salad tonight. I started my seeds 2 weeks ago, and I had a salad tonight for my tower garden. So it is amazing. I love how easy it is. It's better than organically grown because there's no herbicides, pesticides, anything like that. It's just minerals and water. So Kenzie, I don't know if you want to touch on what you love about it. I know you're very passionate about it.
Yes, this is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. It's like my little baby on my patio. But like Abby said, it grows super, super fast. It's not a lot of work at all. I seriously think the most work for it was just setting it up. I mean, it wasn't even that much, but just in general, putting it together it took the longest. Besides that, it waters itself. I just add the mineral blend to it every few days. And then I check the pH just to make sure that it's not you know, it's within the parameters that they want it, or that's best for growing. But the lettuce grows super fast. Cody, the best part about ordering the Tower Garden was getting to pick out this in the second time too, when I just ordered more seedlings to grow. It's just picking out what you are going to grow. It's exciting to be able to plan that, and then just to kind of know in a few months what I'll have, what we can be, you know, planning some dinner ideas and that kind of thing too. So it's just fun to watch things grow. It's always been a passion of mine as well.
It's just beautiful, the foods that you can make right in your backyard, and so fast. I mean, you know, from like seed to table in what, 6 weeks? And probably some of the best produce you'll ever. And remember, the longer you're on Juice Plus, the more you're going to crave real food. And it's the future of growing. It is the absolute future of growing. So we're really proud to represent this. It started at Epcot in Florida, and the science was developed so that we can now have Epcot science right in our own backyard. How many of you have ever been to the exhibit in Epcot, Future Living, where you might have seen this exhibit? Yeah, years ago. It was beautiful. Okay, so Abby, move forward. So our product is definitely, it's affordable. It's affordable. The fruits, the vegetables, and the berries are $2.50 a day. And I know that you drive through Starbucks, and you know, my son manages a Starbucks in Colorado Springs. He's also one of the best basketball coaches in Colorado Springs, but I know that people are paying $4 or more for that drink every single day. And I can give you, or we can give you, the nutrition of Juice Plus, the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries for $2.50 a day. And a child can get it for free. And that protein drink is $2.33. That's a pretty inexpensive meal. And then our wonderful omegas. And thank you for doing the research on this, Mackenzie, because wait till you see the new research that's coming out about it. It will blow your hair back, for $1 a day to support your brain health. So as you can see, everything that we do is so affordable. And so our product is definitely unique. And so we want to invite you, you know, kick the tires on the product, get a Tower Garden, become a customer. And, you know, maybe like Mackenzie, you might want to share this with 2 or 3 other people, and start getting your product for free. And maybe you might want a side hustle. You know, more and more people are coming to us who want to make an extra $1,000 a month working from home. I mean, these are kind of interesting times. You know, who knows who's going to have a job a month from now? Who knows who's going to have a job 6 months from now? And this is something that you can do. And you guys, you know, you're all at that age where you start now. Imagine what this could be for you 5 years, 10 years down the road. You know, you start with a few people that you know in your backyard. You know, if you had ever told me that I was going to be running an international business, you know, with business in Europe, the only place I don't have business yet is Dubai. And I could see that happening. So, you know, you could create a little side hustle, or you could actually create a career around something every single person needs. A consumable. Wow. We can end at this slide.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Terry, thank you for sharing. Kenzie, thank you for inviting your people. Y'all, thank you for being here tonight. Whether you're watching the recording or you're watching live, we're so honored that you could take a few minutes out of your evening to be here. So with that said, Kenzie will be touching base with you and seeing how the information made you feel. Just know that we are here as an encouragement and support during these crazy times and moving forward. So we've never been more excited about this mission and fruits and vegetables than we are now. So thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for being with us, guys. Thank you. Take care.